Are you ready?
Welcome. Welcome.
Hey. Welcome, people, and we're back.
I know you missed us.
Yeah, man.
We took a week off, you know what I'm saying? We had some life to live.
Had some life to live, things to do, priorities and things. Not to say that this isn't one, but it wasn't at the highest then. I had to go out of town.
You had to go out of town.
And you had some life stuff going on, so it just didn't math at the time. But here we are, people. So welcome to Plugged In, where we are plugged into all things sports, culture, and lifestyle. And this is our outlet. I am your host, Sierra.
I am Cam B.
And today we got a lot of stuff to get to.
Unpack.
A lot of stuff to unpack.
Yeah. But before we get into it, how's your mental?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We had a good day yesterday.
We had a great day yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty phenomenal. Can't lie.
That's good. Me, I think I'm on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? I'm about at a 7.9.
Okay.
Hovering that 8. You know.
Yeah, we getting there.
We getting there. Slowly but surely, you know. Yeah. But let's go ahead and hop right into it, man. Let's go ahead and get to the plug. Where we tap into the latest and greatest going on within our neck of the wood, which is the Queen City. And wherever you're listening from, man, we talking about different things, different events, different resources to keep you abreast as you go moving into your week. But man, let's go and talk about it. I know we're making some changes. We had a week off, and during that week off, we kind of figured out like, hey, Sierra, I think we need to move up the Queen City Current to Monday.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna start dropping Queen City Current on Monday, and also music drops on Monday too now, so that you guys can just be all set for the week. So episode coming out on Monday, the music drops, Queen City Current. You know what I mean? We're just gonna plug y'all into everything to start off your week, to make sure you guys are flowing right on through and getting charged up the way you need to.
Yes, sir. So, man, let's talk about yesterday. What did you get into yesterday?
We getting right to it yesterday?
You want to wait?
No, we can go.
Might as well.
We might as well, because I'm still on the hot from yesterday.
Let's talk about it.
You see my Dodger blue on.
Hey, Black Diamonds, 4 a.m. She wildin'.
What?
I don't know the words, but you know I'm about to mess it up.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
My fault.
Just what I love in that song, though? You be like, keep it rap.
Bitch, I'm on that land. Let's say,
You know, driving past the 10. Hey. Listen, we were at the Kendrick Lamar and SZA concert last night, and it was a time, people. It was a time.
It was great.
Man, you talk about a performance, the arrangement of songs, and how they went from, Kendrick to SZA to them doing their records together, and then separating again and then coming back together again, just the transitions, the storyline within the performance, and the rain held out too.
It did for a while.
So thank God for that. But it was a vibe, and it was in Bank of America. I haven't been in a stadium concert before.
That was my first one.
Yeah. And I've seen Kendrick before. I've seen him at Spectrum when he came here after Mr. Mariah.
Yeah.
And man, that right there was a high level performance.
I was because I had just moved to, I think it was 2022 last time he came here. I had just moved to Charlotte, and they had tickets for $50. And back then I was a little cheapskate, so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
because I missed out on it. But I was like, this year I was like, man, I gotta go, and it did not disappoint.
Yeah. It was worth the money. It was steep, but it
was steep, but it was worth. We're not gonna get into how much it costs. I did spend a good bit,
right.
But ended up taking one of my homeboys. He's not a Kendrick fan, and legit he was like, bro, this is an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, I'm a Drake fan. Ooh.
Yeah, same.
But
I felt a little guilty at times where I was going so hard for Kendrick, but I've always loved Kendrick. If you know me, I've loved Kendrick since the day he came out. You know what I mean? So it's I feel bad sometimes. Damn, why you going on my boy Drake like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I love Drake so much too, but they did that, man.
I will say I was kind of surprised because I thought, when you look online, you look on TikTok, social media, they make it seem like he was the whole concert was geared towards him going at Drake.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Well,
and they actually played a couple songs that Drake were featured on.
They did, which I thought was interesting too. But I guess people are saying that on socials and things because of the videos in between when he's doing his deposition.
Yeah.
And so obviously he's being sued and that kind of thing. So I can see why they're saying that. And I kind of had this thought this morning when we were talking about it, like, was this performance so great because you know what it stemmed from? You know what I'm saying? Like some of these records, you know, him doing Euphoria, him doing obviously Not Like Us, but like even like the little jabs that he takes in some of his other songs towards Drake, right? And it's just being like you're in this Kendrick moment. You know what I mean? Like had it been, you know, elsewhere, would it really be is big? You know what I'm saying? So
no, I would definitely say like I think even without it, like G and X wasn't like geared towards like Drake, I guess you could say.
Right.
But they've been throwing jabs at each other throughout for the last 10 plus years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I always say like maybe like there was some jabs, but I think regardless of if this beef popped off or not, he was gonna have songs like King Kunta when he's talking about
that shit still go hard.
Rider with a Ghost Rider, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like he was talking about Drake then, because that's when all this stuff was going on with Meek Mill.
Right.
So I think regardless, there was always going to be that essence of the sneak disses, but now it's just blatant. Like
but I think, but it's the stage that he's on right now.
It's
run he's on. Like it just really blew up because I mean we're on the anniversary of the beef really happened. You know what I mean? Like it was a year ago this weekend basically that those songs popped off and like you know what I mean.
Like
and he even did like that, and like that went. And I got chills talking about like that went up too.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean?
Nigga, boom. I really like that.
I'm telling you, boy, y'all had to be there. Y'all had to be there. We were watching the videos this morning, just still singing songs.
Man, I went back through my. I posted dang near the whole dog.
He really did, y'all. Y'all follow him on Instagram. He posted the whole concert. You follow me? I promise you, I posted the whole concert. Yeah, y'all got it for free.
Concert. For real. You know, I'm a big component. You know, some people post like the little glimpse of like, hey, I'm here. Yeah. Nah, I be wanting people to experience like what's going on.
Yeah. You're a man of the people.
Got to be. Nah, but man, that was like that's probably top two.
Top two concert you've been to?
Yeah. I haven't been to many though. Like I think I've been to a Neo concert, a Key Glock concert, a Drake concert, and this concert.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have a lot of concerts.
Yeah.
So it's definitely it's definitely top two.
Because I'm thinking like for me, like I appreciate my mom for this because she took me to concerts even at early, like always to concerts. Like took me to every spring tour that came to the Battle Center. You know, we went to go see Kanye, John Legend, like all these people. You know, and I always have loved going to concerts. I've seen Drake multiple times, seen Lil Wayne. You know, J. Cole, Big Sean, seen obviously Kendrick multiple times now. Saw Usher, saw Bryson Tiller. Like I've been to some different ones. Yeah. So
this is definitely top one, top two between him and Drake. Yeah. Nah, Kendrick number one. Can't lie. But
this is up there for me though.
Not for sure. I might start going to more concerts.
You got to.
I might not.
It's a different vibe. You got to.
It's a different vibe, but I do think it's an experience. I think this kind of put me onto to understand, like, all right, you have the album, but then there's like a story behind the album. And even with SZA, like her sets, I love how they like. I've been a diehard Sexy Red like advocate. It's time for me to change my ways.
Right.
I need me a SZA.
You know what? You're not the first person to say that. I ran into somebody I knew last night on the street out here, right in pretty spot, and it was him and a couple of his friends. And like, listen, I ain't known nothing about SZA before, but I know me and SZA. That's what you do. That's what one of the other dudes said. I'm like, where have y'all been? Like SZA is that. Like for me, people always, I think, probably are like more SZA or more Summer Walker. I'm more SZA every time.
I love SZA. Let me tell you, early Summer Walker, she was the one. You know what I'm saying? I think that I truly believe SZA is everything I thought Summer Walker would be.
They
both give
different
vibes.
Earthy, but I think SZA really wants to be a lover girl, but just can't. You know, it's just not happening for her. You know, and SZA has a little bit toxicity.
She does. SZA has some toxicity, but she be looking for love in the wrong places.
Exactly. She knows this about herself.
Yeah, she knows that. She's very aware of her feelings, and also the dirt that she does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
Sexy Red just be out here popping ass.
Lord, how many bad Sexy Red? I think it's about Summer Walker.
My fault.
But I think SZA also has more versatility than Summer Walker. Like, you think about some of the records that SZA did, right? She has kind of like, you can tell there's a Paramore influence. You can tell there's
Avril Lavigne.
You know what I mean? Like, and so I don't know that Summer can get some of those records off. Like, I mean, kudos to her if she could, but I feel like SZA, like, even as a black culture, we still appreciate some of the songs. But you could really hear the white people turn up when she was getting into that bag.
Man, let me tell you something.
It was right there in the middle. Yeah. It was all in one spot. I'm like, goddamn.
Let me tell you, like, there was like a couple white girls sitting behind me, and there was like a auntie. She took her like niece there.
Yeah. It was a lot of aunties and
with
kids there.
Yes.
I mean, moms and dad bringing the kids. That's me when I get.
There was like a young girl. She was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Every like SZA song came on, she was just going. Yeah. But then like it's like you see the connect of like the aunt. She's like listening to like Weekend, and she's just like singing her songs, and then the little Paramore like influence. The little girl was singing her songs. You know, she turned around. She's like, "Hey, she's not going with the picture. Just take a picture of behind me." I was like, "Bro, this is so
cute.
like cute."
Yeah, I love that.
So yeah, I want me a SZA. I need me a SZA.
SZA was great. And SZA was dancing a little bit. She hit a split. Went crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think her mic was going in and out a little bit. I know it's better because of like the rain here and there, some type of technical difficulties, but she still gave it to us.
I also noticed that, you know, Kendrick, I'm gonna go back to SZA. Kendrick, like what I loved about Kendrick is that, you know, most people when they have their when they perform, they have like the backtrack playing in the background. Right. So like even if he stops, like something's playing. Yeah. He went straight, like no backtrack, no anything, just straight him. Yeah. But SZA had a little backtrack. But SZA can sing in real life.
You can tell when the mic was on. Yeah, for sure.
But like there are some people that I'm a big like advocate. Rihanna can't sing.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Rihanna fan.
Yeah, Rihanna can't sing like live. Yeah. Who else? Keisha Cole. I remember watching like Keisha Cole on the BET Awards one year, and she was horrible. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very big on making sure like if I'm gonna go to a concert, I want to actually know that they can sing. Right. SZA can sing. Yeah. And she hit all the notes. Yeah. And she hit all the moves.
Yeah, you hitting the moves now.
I'm a fan.
I've been in love with SZA.
I'm a fan.
Need that.
Oh my goodness. But let's go ahead and get into these new drops.
A lot of new music out there.
Oh, too much.
Haven't we been blessed?
Oh my goodness. Let me go right into it because I know you probably didn't listen to it. You listen to Glock? No. Glockaveli? No. All right, so I had an ex that really.
Oh, that's R&B. I cannot listen to rap.
I had an ex that put me on like Key Glock, unbeknownst to her. Like, she played it all the time back like in college with Woo. And like, I legit was like, oh, this shit kind of fire. Okay. So then, like, Glockaveli, the last couple things she's put out, I was like, like, I don't know. Maybe it's because Dolph died, RIP to a real one. But this Glockaveli is like in the vein of like old school Glock. Key Glock.
So maybe I should take a listen.
I think you should take a listen. Tell me what you think. It's going to remind you of like that old school 2000s, like 2005, like hip hop.
Oh, okay, I might like that.
It's a vibe. Yeah, I think like you and the gym. Huh?
I like these new niggas.
Nah, I think he's like the last of a Mohican. Gotcha. Like last of a Mohican. But this last Glockaveli that came out, shit's fire from top to bottom. I listened to it yesterday while I was like cleaning up, trying to get the new spot. Like ooh, but I like it. Okay. But let's go ahead and get into yours because I got.
It's just so much. I don't even want to start.
Let's talk
about
it.
Coco Jones.
I didn't listen to it. I didn't listen to it.
This guy. Listen, y'all that watch this weekly know I love me some Coco Jones. Okay, needs that. So Coco finally dropped her highly anticipated album. Yeah. And it is phenomenal. It lived up to the hype. To me, no skips. She's singing her butt off. The records are beautiful, and just continues to tell a love story. So it's good.
Really,
it's good. Yeah, I think for her, obviously she's probably gonna release a couple more singles from it. But she had released that record, Taste, which had the sample from Toxic by Britney Spears, and then Here You Go Again was already released a while back. But I like. What's that song called? By Myself, You. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. It's all there. There's 14 records on there.
Isn't she dating a football player?
No, she dated Donovan Mitchell from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yep.
And he was shouting her out too. And my guy got out of the first round. Hopefully he can get out of the second.
That team is built.
Coco might be good luck for him.
Not for real. Hey, don't mess that up.
Right.
She gonna make a banger second album off that one.
Right.
Respectfully. But I haven't listened to it. I will give it a listen this week, and I'll let you know.
It's a good vibe. And then my boy Destin Conrad dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's been on repeat too.
I didn't know he was singing about men.
Yeah, he's gay. Mm-hmm. He sure is.
I'm an ally.
I hate you. So for those that don't know Destin Conrad, we've actually had him featured on a couple of our playlists. So y'all go check him out. But his record's phenomenal too. No skips.
No skips.
He
I did listen to that one.
15 records on there. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, he is a vibe. Okay, he's a vibe. Some songs that are, that I feel like you should probably run to. Kissing in Public is a great one. The Last Time actually has Tizo Touchdown on there. Kara's Honeymoon, that's a good record. FMU, I mean, really, Delusional.
Delusional was good. I like Delusional.
Bad Bitches with Khamari, like, it's just so much. It's really all of it. Go listen to all of it, y'all. It's so good. So it's called, the album's called Love on Digital. Mm-hmm. Make sure y'all go check that out, but no skips.
I still go back to his song he has with, like a couple weeks ago, I was like playing it in the house. Mm-hmm. He has with Her.
Oh, on one of his other.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but
I'm blanking right now.
It had me in a chokehold the last week or so.
And then my boy Isaiah Falls dropped. No, I love him.
Sent me that. Like,
I sent that to everybody.
Friday,
because I was so surprised I didn't realize it was coming out.
Yeah.
He's been teasing it, and so I sent it to so many people.
I tried I ain't gonna say I wasn't the biggest fan, but it was hard for me to grasp.
That's crazy. You need to listen to it again.
I'm gonna try.
That's been on repeat too. Like, oh yeah, I keep running back to it.
She posted on her Instagram like, oh my goodness, this is the one. I'm like, girl.
Yeah, he went crazy. And I came in for side B. Like, come on.
It is side A. This was side A.
Yes, side A. So obviously, Butterflies is on there, which came out a while ago. That's a beautiful record.
Yeah.
And then Heaven to Me. Oh my gosh, that got me in a chokehold right there. The girly say. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love that song. And then
you can be gay and the girly, right?
Huh?
You can be the girlies too.
Yeah.
I'm the girlies.
Are you?
I have a lot of girlfriends.
Gotcha. And you're ally, so. And then Searching, that song came out a while back. But a sleeper, I feel like, on this record is Get Your Money. I love that song. And Take a Hit. Those two right there. The whole thing is high.
I never knew. I just know he's light skinned.
Yeah, I think he mixes.
There's nothing wrong with being light skinned, by the way.
Hello.
Yeah. I just didn't know how he looked. Yeah, that's why I'm looking him up as we're talking about it.
He got a good vibe though. He got a good vibe. So if y'all haven't listened to that yet, Love Is Paradise, go check it out. Side A dropped on Friday.
Yep.
Run to that. Sprint to it. It's like that. Also, Summer dropped a record, Spend It.
Yep.
Mariah the Scientist, Burning Blue.
Yeah, that's been going crazy on TikTok for a while. I didn't know that was an actual song.
Yeah, I need to listen to it again, but
all the girlies been on that.
Yeah, girlies love Mariah the Scientist.
She's a hopeless romantic too.
She is. Yeah. Shout out to her, Young Thug. Can they make it work? TV.
I mean, they've been making it work.
Well, they had a little.
Well, I don't know what happened.
Something happened.
For real?
Yeah.
She's a hopeless romantic. Like, you gotta I'm not gonna say get you a guy that's outside of Atlanta, but you gotta find you a guy in Atlanta that's not on the DL.
No, she probably should find her man outside of Atlanta because of what you just said.
Or find you a guy that's like a good guy. But you gotta make sure like the good guy actually like has a backbone. That's the biggest thing. Good guys need a backbone.
Or that he actually likes women. We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
And then El Mean dropped some remixes to some of his songs like that. We talked about Khamari.
Talked about Khamari before, but
yeah. Oh,
no, we didn't talk about it. Head in the Jar. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Head in the Jar. Khamari's phenomenal.
Bro is literally Frank Jr.
Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean Jr. That whole song sounds like Frank Ocean.
I can hear the comparison for sure. We've actually had him featured on our playlist before as well, so y'all check him out. He dropped a good single.
It's so funny though because I legit sent you this on Friday. You're like, yeah, I featured this before. I said, for real?
Well, not that song. I said, you know, that's
it was something else.
Yeah, you're like, I know this. I was like, you know, that's my boy. He's like, is it? I'm like, he's been on our playlist. So show how much he pays attention.
I pay no attention.
So we know he makes the playlist. So.
But let me.
The R&B ones, the rap ones.
The rap ones are R&B.
I'm
R&B is all her.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, that hit in the jar, that's gonna be one of my. That's one of mine for the week for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm trying to make sure we're not missing anything. Oh, my boy Aaron Page dropped a song with Damani, T.I.'s son, called Sympathy. That's a good record too.
I like Damani.
Yeah, Damani be spitting, so that's a great record.
When they gonna start pushing these like young artists that actually can rap?
That's a good question. I hope they can have some type of feel and understand we need a different voice.
You know what the hip hop is? You know what the hip hop like community is missing? You know, when we were coming up, like we had the mixtape era where like all the underground, like you gotta think about Wiz Khalifa, Kendrick Lamar, all of those guys were like underground artists before they went mainstream.
Right. Even Drake.
Yeah, like I don't think there's an underground scene anymore.
It's TikTok.
Or SoundCloud.
But even TikTok, they want to have something they can dance to, so it's like, it can't even really be that. And people don't really get on SoundCloud like they used to either.
Yeah, that's true.
It's unfortunate.
And nobody really makes like, you know, there was a point in time where people made 3-minute, 4-minute songs.
Right.
Everything's like 2 minutes long.
2.5 minutes, I hate that.
Because they're trying to get those streams up.
Right.
I don't like it.
It's too much. My boy Don Toliver also dropped too. He dropped a record with Doja Cat, Lose My Mind.
He did?
Good little vibe to switch it up if you need that for your listening pleasures. But needless to say, it was a ton of little music drops. We could go on, there's a few more, but
Quavo and Takeoff got one too.
We won't do that though. Huh?
Quavo and Takeoff had one.
I did see that too. So y'all go get on your Apple Music, your Spotify, wherever you get your music from, and have a time. Have a time.
And check into our playlist tomorrow. We have
Yes.
some nice little hits on there for the week. Get you through.
And add our playlist to your music.
For sure.
To your Apple Music if you have that, so that you guys can catch the vibes with us.
For sure. Oh yeah, I don't know if y'all met. You know, there was a whole like Cinco de Drinko festival this weekend.
Okay.
So if you went to that, hopefully you didn't get rained out.
It's about Alibi?
No.
Oh, Alibi had a day party yesterday.
They did? They always have a day party.
It's
And
a
then,
spot. It's a spot to be at.
It is a spot. It was another one. It was like, it started at like, it was like high prohibition.
Oh, okay.
The
Like
bar
bar
crawl. Like bar crawl. Yeah,
Oh,
bar crawl.
okay. Gotcha.
Not a festival.
I won't worry about that yesterday, but Kendrick Lamar said.
That's it. So I'm gonna tell you, man, when I was like, yeah, we're going outside. Nah, when we got done with that place, my back was hurting.
Yeah.
My knees hurting.
Let me tell y'all about this fool right here. All day he's like, oh yeah, after the concert, we outside, we
are
lit.
lit.
Man, I called him, tell him I'm about to come get my car from his spot, and I need to get some food, this, that, and the third. He's like, y'all going out? I'm like, no, I'm hungry, I ain't get some food. He's like, yeah, me too. I'm tired, I can't even make it out to go get food with y'all, so I'm just gonna go upstairs.
Yeah, dog. Man, let me tell you.
Games.
So like the night before I went out with there's some guys that play I play college football, dynasty mode. There's a bunch of us, we have like a little group dynasty, so we be playing. So they had me out with the white folk yesterday, which let me go on this rant. I need this rant. Let me tell you something. So I'm sitting down with the group of guys, they're black guys, and they have like white women around. So I'm like cool and woo.
So that's what they into.
Yeah. So we're talking or whatever, like we're going to all the like little like white spots in like our area where we live in. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm down for the ride. I said, I don't usually frequent these places, like I like to be with my people. So the white girl comes up to me and said, oh, so what spots do you go to? The ghetto ones?
Yeah.
Time out. What's ghetto?
Flag on the play, because what?
Let's talk about it. What's ghetto?
See, this is my problem. White people right now think they can say any and everything because of Trump being in office.
Let me tell you, I slapped a guy in the Navy, and I'll slap another one today. Now, probably not because there were like not as many like things to lose back then. But let me tell you something.
But this was a girl that said it though, right?
It was a girl.
Oh, so you don't slap the girl?
Yeah. Now, there was a white guy that called me colored when I was in the Navy.
Oh,
slapped the shit out of me.
I remember you telling me about that.
But the girl, she was like, oh, the ghetto spots? What is ghetto? Her reasoning was like, y'all only like have an issue with this because I'm white. I said, yes. I said, you shouldn't be calling spots ghetto because I know what you're trying to say, right? I said, if you said the ratchet spots, I can get with the ratchet.
Even that's not okay. Don't say that either.
Anybody can be ratchet though.
No, don't say that either. Because more times than not, they're using it towards black people. What they should say is just leave it at where do you like to go.
That's all you have to say.
What are your preferences?
To say ghetto is like that. It was a bold like statement to make, but you know what the problem is? It's the guys that we were hanging around. They made them girls too comfortable to be able to say whatever they want to say.
That's the problem.
So hold on, it gets
when you're intermingling.
It gets even better. So they were telling me about this girl that was coming the whole night, saying, oh, she's a wild card, she's this, she's that, she's gonna do whatever she wants. Another white woman. So I'm like, all right, cool. She gets there, literally, the whole stereotype of what black women do, that was her. I asked her, I said, where are you from? She said, West Virginia. I said, it makes sense. So she's in there twerking, like doing all this like salacious stuff. I'm like, yo, I said, yo, this is what ratchet is. The moment I said that, you would have thought I called her the hard ER. Obviously, calling a white woman ratchet is almost like calling them black.
Right, and now they offended, but they want to.
Yeah, now they're offended. Literally ruined the whole night. She was just like, I don't even want to be around him no more because he called me ratchet. I'm not ratchet. I just want to have fun. I want to feel comfortable. Now I don't even feel comfortable to dance. I'm like, you can dance.
See, they go playing a victim.
Yeah,
like,
I'm like, you can dance. Like, have fun. Like, I don't have no issue with you being ratchet, but this is what ghetto and ratchet looks like. Yeah. This is what you want to portray on us. Yeah. Then the moment where I pointed out in you, you're like,
Right.
Don't cosplay for us. So like, we're walking outside, she's like, oh, don't hang around me. Like, I'm ratchet. I looked there in her face, I said, I don't give a fuck about you. Like, at all. Like, I don't even care. Like, I don't even know. I'm like, I don't care.
I don't even know you.
But yeah, I don't know where we was going with that.
Needless to say, you won't be invited with them again.
I won't hang out with them again.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I will say, the white bars have free popcorn.
Ooh.
And it pissed me off because, you know what? I paid a $30 service charge at a black establishment this week.
This is the same person that texted me earlier this week about, hey, Sierra. Actually, no, he sent me a voice message. Hey, Sierra, what you up to this week? Thursday, I got a $100 section at Dream.
Oh my
they
God.
talked me into it.
That
I know
pissed me off
I'm
too.
always talking about I don't like section culture, but I couldn't pass this up. We outside. What you doing? Like, people don't got to work early in the morning on Friday. No, I'm not outside.
I will pass that up again. I'm gonna tell you why I will pass it up again. Literally, no, it was people. It was a lot of people there. Oh. It was like the Afro night.
Oh, okay.
You know, Dream is my spot now.
That is your spot.
Yeah, it's like your cloud. When you went through your little situation, Cloud was your spot.
Cloud was the time. Everybody in Cloud, boy.
Hey, anybody ask me where I'm going? Hey, we going up the street to Dream. I cannot make this up. So we get in Dream. Like, all right. So I think I'm getting to a point where I'm a regular. I'm getting free drinks now.
That's how it was. You were probably walking out there like, oh, you good? We know you. Like, bro, that's when I knew I had to stop going and say, hey, you good? We know you. You being here.
No, what it is though, like I go because I'll be wanting to watch the games. Like you know, playoffs on. I'm like, yo, I don't want to sit in the house. I'm gonna go watch some games. So what I'll do is I'll just walk up the street. I could go to Must Be Nice, but it's borderline white.
Right. You could go to Vinyl, also borderline. And for some reason, they don't like to have TVs on. Be sure.
And I will say, Vinyl has some really good shrimp. Well, I think it's fried oyster deviled eggs. That's what's
They have fried oyster deviled eggs.
Yes.
I never knew that.
Oh my goodness.
I've had the deviled eggs before, but I don't remember them being fried oyster. That must be on the menu.
Fucking
but they have
amazing.
a vinyl burger. Now that's.
I've never had a vinyl burger.
That and that guacamole over there.
Really?
Have mercy.
Oh my goodness. I'm making some.
And they got good strawberry lemon drop.
You keep talking about that. We gotta go get that one day.
We just went.
I didn't get it.
Oh. Okay.
Did I get it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think I just got it.
I think you got it.
You're lost.
All right, so I go to Dream. I'm a regular now. I'm like, she was like, you becoming a regular? I said, well, can a regular get a free drink? So then, like, all right, she's working behind the thing. Woo. So she's like, hey, I need to come. It's my birthday on Thursday. We're gonna have a vibe. Blah, blah, blah,
so this is one of the servers in there.
She said it's a $100 bottle. That's a lie.
Duh.
I'm gonna tell you why it's a lie.
This is text.
No, it's $100. It's a $100 bottle, but then you pay $50 up front. So I'm thinking, okay, when I get there, all I gotta do is pay $50.
Nice.
I was fucking wrong. The cheapest bottle is $150. So I paid $100.
Right, that's something.
Once I get there.
Right.
So I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna pay that $100. Wrong again. Bro, we ended up spending $200 on the section.
Were you in the section with the server, or this was just you and your homeboys?
My homeboys. The section. One of them bought a hookah, and then the other one, like, we just dipped it up. I was pissed. Literally, as I'm putting my money in, I look at her with the Stella's face. She said, you don't even look like you want to pay this. I said, yeah, because I thought it was $100. That's not even the part that pisses me off even more. So at this point, I'm like, I go back, I'm like, yo, I paid all this money, where's my $50 deposit? You didn't even incorporate it. Now you get your money back. I said, I paid everything. So I thought the $50 was gonna go to the amount. They made me pay everything and they were gonna take the deposit too. I'm that nigga that's gonna go get the deposit. You know, some people that's like, oh,
it's part of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go.
Whatever, yeah.
No, give me my money. So I literally, Sierra, I cannot make this up. I'm almost behind the bar at this point.
I'm so glad I did not go.
Bro, everybody done left at this point. They're like, bro, I didn't get my money till 2. Like, I sat back there for 30 minutes. I looked at that lady, I said, look, I need my $50. I need my money.
I gave it to you.
I was, then they were like, oh, we gotta call this number,
Call
Yeah. The lady, for one, I'm gonna tell you why I was so adamant about getting it, because like, all right, we go through the bottle, woo. So then,
what bottle y'all get?
Casamigos. It tastes like straight vanilla.
You could have got that for $40 on the street.
It tastes like vanilla tequila. I'm sorry, we're going on this rant. I'm going on this rant. I apologize.
No, get your shit off. I'm sorry.
So we end up going on this spot, getting this Casamigo. We go through the Casamigo. I'm like, all right, I'm not even a tequila drinker. I like gin. I go to the spot. I'm like, yo, can I get a gin and orange juice? Yeah. She looks at me and walks off, helping everybody. Can I get a drink? Keeps walking off. I'm like, okay.
So she hates you.
Never met this woman a day in my life. So when it came, at that point I was like, I want my money back.
Right.
So I didn't get my money back through Cash App.
Damn. So needless to say, if you go back now, they don't give a damn about you being a record because you done pissed them off.
Nah, I think the girl whose birthday it was, she's cool. We locked in.
Yeah.
And it's another one, it's a Spanish one, we locked in. Cause she was like, I'm so sorry, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm locked in.
Well, she was apologetic.
Yeah. Like, it was the manager. Like, I guess the manager manages like other ones. Mm-hmm. There was another girl in there, she was trying to tell us like, oh, I work at Taste, I know the manager, she can get us free drinks. She didn't get free drinks either.
People still go to Taste, I forgot about Taste.
What is Taste?
It used to be another brewery, or like connected to another brewery, I think.
Is it, where is that? Is it uptown?
No. If I'm thinking about the right place. I'm not thinking about the right place.
I don't know, I ain't going over there.
Okay, well,
yeah.
There's that. Real quick though, before we move on from this story, what do you think about guys smoking hookah?
Hey, it's funny because I was talking shit the other day. Legit was like, bro, that shit is so
it's weird to me.
Homosexual.
It is. It's weird to me. It's like a dude eating a banana. Like some things I just can't, and I get it. I am one.
I will fuck up a hot dog, though. I will fuck up a glizzy. Hey, I had one the other day. I swear I did.
And I struggle to say this out loud because actually I don't. I say this stuff all the time to my friends, but you know this. But it's just like I probably shouldn't say it because I am, a person that likes women. So it's like, why am I making a big deal out of dude eating banana or smoking hookah?
Yeah.
But it's just weird.
It depends on how you eat a banana. If a man sticks that long piece of a banana paws down his throat, pause. All right, questionable.
So you need to break it off.
Yeah, I break my bananas off.
Gotcha.
Lizzie though, hey.
Put the whole thing in your mouth.
I'm trying to put that
going
on.
down.
Hey.
That's you deep throating them.
I'm going all the way in. I'm telling you.
Whoa.
Hey, you can't tell me. Dog, I've been eating hot dogs
since you were a kid.
Since I was a kid.
Yeah, you don't know any better.
You little jokers in 2025, and I say jokers loosely. Y'all ain't about to ruin my experience.
I apologize.
Just imagine, you see them Rogerwoods, you about to choke on them things, boy.
Those are favorite. When you tell me you better grill out, you tell me go pick some up from the store.
Hey, Rogerwoods, you got it. You know what's crazy though? I did not start eating Rogerwoods till I was the bruhs.
Oh, okay.
Did not know that was a thing.
So it's a bruh thing.
It's not a bruhs thing. I think it's a country thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we're gonna leave that there, but I just had to ask that.
Yeah. Oh, but hookah.
It's all in the same category.
Yeah, but what's funny is me and my homeboy, like, we sat at Dream, we was talking shit.
It's giving sassy.
And then one of the guys we was hanging with, bro, was like, hey, bro, you want to get a hookah?
And then you ask another dude, do you want to get a hookah? It's like, bro, just get your own. See, that's when it gets real sassy. These dudes kind of sassy out here. And y'all wonder why these girls be saying stuff about them like that.
I digress. I end up saying sure.
Now she one of them. I'm talking shit. You one of them.
Bro was like, which one you want? I said blueberry mint. Hey, all the girls order blueberry mint. That's
it gets worse.
Yeah, he was like blueberry mint, right? I said,
you want hookah, my love?
Hey, cannot lie though. Who was in there? Sassiest motherfucker in that section.
That's why I want y'all to start talking about Drake. Boom.
I've realized.
Because all y'all got a little bit of Drake.
I have a lot in common with Drake.
A lot of y'all niggas do. So stop talking about my man's like that.
He's a sucker, but I'm a sucker for love too.
Y'all.
I am a Drake. I cannot lie. I've come to that conclusion. But I am more of an asshole than Drake is. I don't know. He's an asshole too, though.
In some ways, yes.
But he's a sassy. He's really sassy. Hey, can't lie though. I would do it again though.
Now he addicted to it.
I'm not addicted to it.
I'm not addicted to it, but like now it can be part of your vibe when you out.
No, I'm with that.
Sassy.
I'm not getting I'm not getting the hookah. Like I'm not going to the bar myself. I'm not going to Dream like, hey, let me get a gin and juice, but let me get a hookah too. But if I'm like in a group with like a couple girls, I will do the hookah too.
Gotcha. It makes sense when you're around the girlies, but
I will.
You and your homeboys.
I will. If my homeboy say, "Hey, bro, let's get a hookah."
Hookah expensive though, so like I get why you want to share, but it's at the same time.
Some spots be having free hookah before 7, from 4 to 7.
I also probably shouldn't be like that because it's like in this economy, share what you need to share, do what you need to do. Because obviously nobody says anything about how all these girls share hookah, but the minute a dude share hookah, it's a double standard. I get it. But it's the world we live in.
Man, we about to jump right to this outlet because that's a really good conversation. I really think that there are more women that are gay than men are.
Yeah.
Everything.
You wanna know why they're going gay though?
Why?
Cause y'all ain't using cues for real. You wanna take it there?
I'm gonna tell you what it is, bro. All these friends wanna like be there and then like, oh, it's okay. Be making out with each other and shit. Be smacking each other on the ass. Y'all gotta stop that shit.
Niggas
bro.
can't do that.
No.
Yeah, let's get real.
A nigga eat a hot dog, we gay, but y'all can literally play with each other's titties while y'all get ready to work.
Wait.
Go to the club, but we're gonna make sure we beat that out though.
Hey, that's actually, girls do that. It's weird to me.
Bro.
Even as a girl, like to see other girls do that to each other, it's weird to me. But that's like they think it's cool because they see people do it on TV, on videos, whatever.
No. It's 2 times I've seen it. One girl was crying in the club. Her friend came up to her, lifted her head up, made out with her and said, come on, let's go.
Oh, they probably was together. No. 2 films can be together.
She had a boyfriend.
Oh, maybe it was
she was mad at her boyfriend at the time. This was in college. And she's with a guy now.
Oh.
All right, that's the first time. Second time, I literally saw this girl drunk on her ass, and her friend was literally rubbing her ass, consoling her while she was like throwing up. Like, what the fuck is that?
Maybe it was just low back.
No, it was ass.
Maybe she had a flat. It was just...
Sierra.
No?
I looked at it.
Oh.
I looked at her hand on her ass, rubbing it.
I think girls show that they care and how they love their friends in a different way than men, obviously.
Man, listen to me.
But it can be a little gay. I think, but we've had this discussion, like, everybody got a little gay in them.
Everybody got a little gay in them, bro, but it's a situation where I think it is designed for women to be more sexually promiscuous with men and women than it is men.
I think right now in this era that we live in, it's becoming more acceptable for everybody to be more fluid. I think a lot of guys are too, they just can't say it as much.
That's fair.
It's just not, I think people are still slow to accept it, but I think they're doing it. There's two things can be true.
I think a lot of guys are
yeah, I think a lot of guys get pushed. Yeah, I think they're okay with it. And I bet it's they women putting them in those positions like, well, maybe they want another dude too, or like
I don't want
a threesome with 2 dudes and 1 girl. That's not a train. Y'all think it's a train?
Yeah.
It's really gay.
Say it again. Like
I'm thinking back, like, wait a minute.
I got lost in the
Has
song.
this ever happened to me before?
What just happened?
So I feel like, so you know how people be like, okay, they running a train on a girl.
Oh yeah, that's homosexual.
That's gay. It's not a train.
Yeah.
It's y'all.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I will say that like there's a lot of things that like bros did back in the day. When you look back,
Some gay shit.
it's weird. Like I wouldn't do it grown. But I did have a girl put her finger in my butt one time, and that's when I knew then I did not like that.
Some guys do that. Yeah. That's actually more pleasing to them.
You know, there's like a spot, like if you hit the prostate, like
right.
bang.
Yeah, that's what they like.
Don't know. Now, would I let a girl eat my butt? Maybe.
Yeah.
But we gotta really be locked in. And you gotta be really nasty.
It's some really nasty ones I do.
It is. But I do remember how.
Is it a requirement as a cute to eat butt?
It's not, but I was eating butt at 16. Like, let's be honest. Like, I was, Mama, I hope you're not watching this. Did Mama watch this?
Yeah, I hope my mom wouldn't watch this episode either.
Listen to
We've been real foul.
Nah.
Actually, we'll just probably tell them both don't watch
I'm about to
this
say,
episode.
we get to a new location and just go crazy.
Right.
But no, I've been in that mode since 16.
Damn.
I got.
You made it feel cute.
Huh?
Tongue hanging out your nose.
Yeah, bro. I jumped off the porch really early, but I ain't gonna lie to you. But nah, it's not a requirement per se. I think all that stuff is stereotypes. We gotta stop with the stereotypes.
Y'all are perfectly okay with everybody thinking that.
Not for real.
Because that's what gets y'all. It helps you get the juice.
It gets the juice. It's like a little.
Let's keep it.
That's a little juice that come with it.
Right.
You know.
They think y'all can eat cat, and they think y'all can eat butt.
You know
although all y'all niggas can't eat cat.
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Not that I know for real, but that's what they tell me. My friends tell me.
For men to learn, the best way to learn how to eat vagina, personally, you watch gay porn. Like, women on women.
Yeah, women know.
Yeah. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing all that, though.
Technically, when you really think about it, women are the headmasters both ways.
No. I'm gonna tell you why, though. So, like, I'm a guy that asks questions.
Okay.
So there was this guy, he's bisexual. I met him in the Navy or whatever. So I would ask like questions, just curious. Some people are like, oh, are you bi-curious? No, nigga. I just like asking questions. Anybody that know me just know I like asking
Somebody was
questions.
just gonna say that on this.
Yeah.
He's bi-curious.
I'm not. But bro was just, I asked him, I said, yo, like you had head from a woman and a man. He's like, yeah. I said, which one was better? He said, the man. I said, why? He said, because it was like, yeah, that's why I said, I think like the same sex kind of knows what you like.
That's true.
So.
That's true. That's true.
I don't want no man head.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question.
No. No, I love women. I love women. Like there's nothing going on here. I love women.
So speaking of this a little bit, let's get into some personal things here.
Let's talk about it.
We're gonna take it there. So we're in a new spot, as y'all can tell.
Yeah.
So my boy been outside.
I've been outside
So
for a
new
minute.
spot, my boy been outside.
Mm-hmm.
You shaved your beard. What's going on? Is this a
Are we going there? Are we really going there? All right, what I will say is that like some things have changed in like, I guess you could say like relationship, whatever, status.
single again? Back on the prowl.
I'm not on the prowl. Like
Thought
really,
it was perfect, but I know now.
she's a troll. She's a troll.
Hey, listen, I don't want anybody thinking I'm trolling my brother over his heartbreak because I'm not. I have called and texted you, checking on you.
No, you have. You locked in. You locked in.
Like, you already know.
Now you are an ally.
But now it's been a couple weeks, so now
Now it's been a couple weeks.
Let my shit
I figured we was gonna like get into this. I will say that like things just didn't work out. I think that like we have different like goals, like short term and like long term. I think we want to get to the same spot, but short term, how we want to get there is just completely different.
Yeah.
I think we've known that for a while. We've done some like work to try to make things work. I've hurt her, she's hurt me. We were trying to figure shit out, but I think at this point we've come to a realization that like we gotta part ways and
do what's best for each
yeah,
other.
it was like I think like self-preservation is very important in relationships. And I think that a lot of times people lose themselves envy.
Trying to hold
on, but also you lose yourself in trying to be what that other person wants you to be, or what you think you got to be for that other person. So that's my like very like presidential like answer. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, presidential answer. Got it.
Hello, but nah, I wish her the best. Like I think that like. I think she's a very like she's gonna be well accomplished. She is well accomplished. She's like moving and grooving like in the city wherever she's at, and we're gonna keep it at that.
Okay. My last question.
What's up?
Maybe my last question.
Now go ahead.
Is you cutting your? Is you?
Oh no, so like
you cutting your beard? Is that similar to when women cut their hair?
Nah, look like high key for real. Like you gotta think about it. Like I've been with this girl for a while. You feel me? Right. So like I think that a lot of the stuff that we went through for real, like there was like this like connection. Like we were like I was really like enraptured in her. You feel me? So like some things happened, some things were said.
Yeah.
Like and it was just like yo, I just need a clean like fresh start.
Yeah.
So it was like the moment I cut my shit. Like mentally, it took me to another zone.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. Like, if you need to cut your beard, man, cut your beard. But the funny thing is, like, I cut my beard every so often. She used to hate that shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen it that low in.
It's been a while.
A minute, yeah.
It's been a while. It's been like 6-8 months since I cut it low. Yeah. But yeah, man. I think this time it was a little emotional. Men can be emotional.
Sometimes you gotta shed some of that, get rid of it, and start anew.
Yeah. So like.
Now, back outside, boys.
Nah, we not outside, man. Outside is expensive. Nah, I will say that like it's been a situation where like I gotta be careful because she's probably gonna be trying to listen to like try to like know what's going on. So I would say
okay.
Who gives a fuck?
Right.
But
girls who know you probably checking your stories and probably vice versa. It's okay because it's still fresh. Like that's part of it. Shit, you could run into her out here. You remember
Charlotte's small.
And back when I had my situation a couple years ago, me and you was outside.
We had that whole conversation and saw her right there.
Yeah.
I remember I used to tell you like, yo, get the fuck away from her. You like, oh, should I go over there? No. Nah, I think that like I'm sure like there's some spots that I would assume she'd be at.
Yeah.
So like I don't think I'm ready for that. But I'm also not really outside yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still
tiptoeing.
I'm tiptoeing. I'm dabbling. But like, I think like once I get to that point, like when I'm locked in, I'm really out there. But I'm not trying to be out there no more.
See, it's the thing when you break up around this time right here, it's really like prime season because the weather getting nice.
Yeah. But man, I'm trying to do some self work, man. It's a lot of things that I like. I think a lot of men put on the back burner for like their partner.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
Finances for one. You got, bro. I went out. I took myself on a date.
Where'd you take yourself to?
I went to Max Speed Shop. Actually, somebody sent me money to go. They were like, yo.
So you did take yourself on a date?
Somebody took me on a like date that was like for me.
Yeah.
It's self-care like
okay,
food.
I like it.
I got like an alcoholic beverage and a burger from a like Max Speed Shop for $20 goddamn.
That's actually pretty good.
And that included the tip.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I've never ever spent that much money, like that least amount of money.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You pay for her every meal?
Not everyone.
But most.
Majority. And I cook too, so
yeah, you're saying.
Yeah.
Now that's what she gonna miss right there. Cooking with can be.
I ain't gonna lie.
For ya.
She don't eat a lot though.
But to have cooked meals,
The convenience.
I mean, she can obviously, cook herself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she's gonna have like girls' night. They're gonna be like, they're gonna do charcuterie boards and like wines.
They're gonna do what kind?
Charcuterie. That's a charcuterie.
I didn't know what you were saying.
My voice is like, but charcuterie boards, wine nights. They're gonna have. I think she's gonna have a really good time. I think she is.
She probably is.
I know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, whatever. But
no, it was all of this is like all about. I'm a person that I believe in like circumstances and like everything being like by design.
Yeah.
I think that like
she probably needs that time to be out and do her thing with her friends and you need this time for you.
Yeah, but like low key, like even then it's like like we've had like issues before, but it never like with this one it was like, all right, like if I stay, like I'm on some bitch ass nigga shit. So it's like, all right, like I need to separate myself. But the way I was able to like separate myself, move to another spot, for us to be able to like get somebody in to like take on the other part of like whatever, like where we were staying, like it just worked out like perfectly for me.
Right.
Like I don't know what's going on that side anymore. I don't know.
God's plan.
Yeah, I think everything happened by design.
Like you said, when things hit a line like that, that's God. Like, okay, this is what needs to happen. Yeah,
I believe it.
For there to be growth on both sides, and whatever happens, you know, going forward. But you did what you need to do for you, and same thing for her.
Yeah.
So.
Your shorty be killing me though. I'm gonna say why. Because every time I see her, she always says some bullshit. Like, yeah.
She checking on you. My own way of checking on you.
She's like, you good? Her way of saying you good? Yeah, you gonna hit her ass up, ain't you?
Right.
Nah, man. But all's well, ends well. Definitely wanted there to be a different outcome.
Right.
It wasn't,
But I think that's the thing. Sometimes is like some things that we want for ourselves is not really meant for us. And so God has a way of showing us those things and revealing those things over time. And then you finally get to a point where like, dang, I need to listen. And that's where y'all got to.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like there's been conversation, like different things that are going on, like y'all knew, you know what I mean? And it's just tough. Like it's always tough having to start over again. It's like dating just does not sound fun these days because you hear all these horror stories and these different, you know, ways that people move out here. And to be in a city like this, it's hard.
It's a different environment.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of homegirls that live in this city. Like legit, one of them hit me up this morning like, yeah, I took 3 L's last night. I was like, technically it's 4 because you told me about another guy you took an L with like last night too. And I'm just like,
actually I'm thinking about her there.
No. But I think it's a situation where everybody like, but I also think that like some people are just out here just like, it's not even wanting to deal with other guys per se. I think it's really just like having the freedom to like move how you want to move and not have to think about someone else.
Right, not have to have that responsibility.
Yeah, I think
reporting to someone.
Yeah, I think that like being in a relationship is a lot. Like there's a lot of demands on both sides.
It's sacrificing that.
Yeah.
And I think there has to be something that you want to do. You know what I mean? Like it has to be a desired thing. It has to be like I'm at a point in life where I'm at this
ready
phase
for that,
in my maturity level. Like yes, I want to be here. You know what I mean? Like I think people move at different paces. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I will say that like, but also you got to be in alignment with that person. You know, I'm a very like in your face kind of guy. Like if I feel it, I'm gonna say it, and there's not really a sugarcoat on that. A lot of people can't deal with like bluntness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know what it is about being from South Carolina. I feel like a lot of us are very like straight to the point with like how we talk, very direct, very just like blunt people. I think that like you also have to be in alignment with someone that like fits your communication style. I think that was like something on my behalf that I could have worked on. I think I'm a work in progress with that, but shit.
I'm gonna say yes to that, but at the same time, I feel that when you're in a relationship with someone or trying to build that you also have to sometimes make changes to your communication styles.
I agree.
In order to coexist, you know what I'm saying? Or to really be, I shouldn't say coexist, maybe that's not the best word, but to be a true partnership.
Yeah, and it has, in the second that like expound upon that, I think that you gotta also, regardless of anything, you gotta know that your partner means well.
Yeah.
I think that like, all right, there might be a situation where I say something, but if you take it as like, dang, like this guy's really calling me like something I didn't say or whatever, then it's like, do you really think that this person means well, or do you have a negative connotation behind everything they say? So I think that's like a bigger thing.
I think that's part of like building a relationship though. Like when you have certain conversations, you should know whether or not, you know, how this person feels about you.
I agree.
mean, through, like I said, through conversation, through asking questions, through actions, like all those different things, like it should not make you second guess that. Because if you're dating for a long time and you still have some of those thoughts or whatever, then maybe you're just not in it like you think you are, you know? and you're finding little things to kind of nitpick at or whatever that are just not really worth it.
That could be possible.
So I think it could be a little bit of that rather than it being like, oh, I'm just gonna do this. Like, no, people play the victim for a reason. So.
You said that, not me. I didn't say that. But
I'm saying generally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, I'm saying like generally.
Like I said, she might be listening to this. Like, I don't want to.
No, not to her. Just
I would very much say I'm a very direct person. So like, if I say something, I'm gonna just say it.
Yeah.
But I do have a question when it comes to that. So it's getting hot outside. In breakups, right? Who usually has the advantage as far as like being outside early on? Is it the man or the woman?
Oh, so in heterosexuals. That's what I'm saying one time. I don't know. I think it's tough. Initially I wanted to say, no, I think it's a girl.
Why do you think it's a girl?
Because they are more, typically I feel like the girls are more like social, right? But for you, you're very social. But typically I feel like girls are very social. They go out with their friends, they do all these different things, right? They're in different spaces.
Yeah.
And so I think that they could be more inviting, like there's not a lot of times where girls are getting more bold where they do approach guys, right?
Girls are guys now.
Right. But I do feel like guys still constantly try to, shoot their shot in some capacity.
I can see that.
So I want to say the girls. But we are living in an era where they're more bold, so it could be a guy. Just depending on where you're at, what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I would say it's the one that I wouldn't even say it's like a male. Now, I think that, I don't know.
I just thought something too.
Go ahead, I'm gonna let you go.
I think it's also the person that truly regains the confidence. Like I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain it. Because you just talked about kind of getting lost in someone, right? Well, when you figure out, like, you're gonna have a moment where you're like, I know who the fuck I am. Like, excuse me about it, but like, that's what it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you realize that, like, your confidence comes back, and you kind of shed some dead weight of like what was and the thinking that you once had and that kind of thing.
Man.
And then that's the person right there that start getting the juice.
I'm gonna tell you what it is though, because I'm gonna kind of second that. I think that's the person long term.
Yeah.
I think the person where they had already checked out a relationship are usually the ones that win first.
Do they win first?
Not win first. I used the wrong wording. I think those are the ones that have the juice early, because you were already checked out a relationship.
True.
You was already kind of putting yourself out there, putting feelers out, like low key, kind of setting the stage for that entry, that exit.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, you don't really have much to you're not holding on to as much.
Right.
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know what her situation is. I'm not saying she was that person. I mean, I care, but I don't care at the same time.
Yeah.
But I know for me, I can speak for myself. Yeah, did I have friend girls? I did. Did I flirt with people? I did. But I was locked in on that relationship.
Right.
So right now, cannot lie, shit kind of hit me in the sense of I'm trying to have conversations with women, but it's just not the same right now. It's not there. But I think that over time, I think that I am dealing with those emotions.
Yeah.
But I do think that the one I've been in situations where I've broken up with a woman and I had already checked out.
Yeah. And
I was lit. I was on to the next. I was already moving and grooving. I already had some shit set up that I was Then once I broke that tie, I was oh yeah, I can hit that, I can hit that. So I've been there, done that on both sides. So
that's what I'm saying. Once you get out of this hurt phase, and you're able to really be all right, I remember who the fuck I am.
I just seen some shit where it say yo, don't be so quick to get out the hurt phase though. Say go through every emotion. Go through every emotion, kind of journal, lock in on your goals, try to figure out what you want to do, where you want to be, I think that's what I kind of been doing the last week or so, 2 weeks. Nah, it be crazy sometimes. I think the biggest thing though is that cause we did live together type shit.
Right.
And I think that I was very much so used to having someone in the house all the time.
And you had a dog.
Huh?
You had a dog too.
Yeah. But still got him on my screensaver for real.
I saw that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's my dog for real. I can't take it now. But what was I saying? We just got me on topic.
I'm sorry.
What were we talking about?
You were saying that you used to like live with somebody.
Oh yeah. So it's like, being at the crib, like,
Yeah.
like she, like I think she might still have a roommate. Like for me, like I'm like, this is like the first, yeah, it's just me, and this is the first time since I think about it. I was in school, I was in college. The first time I had roommates, and then I went to the Navy. I had a roommate,
Right.
and then I went back to school. I had a roommate, or like I had an apartment mate. Then I got out of school. Me and her were living together. I went home and then we started living together. Yeah. This is like the first time at 32 years old, which is crazy, where like I've had my own space.
Yeah, you need that. This is perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. And it's a good spot too. But I think you need that space, a part of your healing where it's just you. You can just focus on yourself and do what you need to do.
No, I agree.
For you.
How the fuck this turned into the outlet? We were supposed to be talking about some other shit.
This is the outlet. This is part of our outlet.
You killed me. You got me there.
Damn, Cameron.
And we do talk about issues with mental health and maintaining relationships.
Exactly. Damn, Cameron.
And something in my soul told me, I was like, yo, you can try to bring this up today.
I already texted you about it the other day.
You did?
Yeah.
I said, yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I don't remember shit and I don't be paying attention.
I mean, I don't remember shit either, but I do pay attention.
I pay attention enough. Clearly not enough.
Clearly not enough. It's not enough!
Mustard! Sorry.
Man, they was going crazy with that.
Oh,
People were just yelling at randomly yesterday. Too.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, thank you for sharing. It's a safe space. You didn't go into like
I ain't go
great
crazy.
detail.
I ain't go crazy.
It's cool.
Nah. Either way, man, I know we're both gonna be successful. A lot of people have asked me like, oh, do you think y'all are gonna like woo woo?
Oh, get back together? Yeah. You and this woo woo. Do y'all think y'all gonna get back together?
I don't know. Like I don't speak for the future. What I do know is that right now, I'm focusing in on me.
Y'all ain't talking to yeah.
I'm focusing in on me. Like,
keep your church a state for now.
Okay, I'm focusing in on me. I got some other things I'm trying to do. And I mean, that's just that. But I can't speak for the future. 5-10 years down the road, there might be a thing. But right now, I don't know. We'll see. Let's unplug from the outlet and let's go off the grid. So, man, let's go right into it. So it's like,
hefty laugh right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stop saying woo woo, but I'm probably still gonna say woo woo. But the Eagles, the Super Bowl champs, they beat them boys over there in Kansas City, whooped the shit out of them boys. But
we'll be back. Whatever.
We went to the White House.
Did y'all go? Let me tell y'all something. You know why we like Jalen
Offensive Player of the Year. The Offensive Player of the Year.
Saquon, as they call him right now. Saquon.
Saquon. He went
with the Trumps. He playing golf with the Trumps.
So we had this on the docket, the Saquon versus Hurts of the world.
Also, Hurts didn't go.
AJ Brown didn't go.
And Devontae Smith didn't go.
So I will say that.
What does that tell you? Because they had scheduling conflicts. Meanwhile, Jalen Hurts was with his wife Bree at the Frankie Beverly concert.
Congratulations.
We love Black love.
Yeah, congratulations to them getting married. But Saquon, he actually went to the White House. He got on the Air Force One.
Ooh.
And he went golfing with the guy. He left. He there was a lot of scrutiny coming down his way.
But you know what?
What's up?
Why were people surprised? Because I wasn't. You know why? Because he's with the white woman. And that white woman once called him an nigger.
Why are you talking like you from the antebellum South?
Because what are we talking about? That coon.
Hey, listen to me, Saquon. As long as you keep running that doggone ball for us.
Right, don't believe it. He was still on shirt for him.
I'm going to tell you this. It's crazy because there are a lot of black men that voted for Trump in this.
Which is part of the issue.
But I do think that, what's crazy? Van Jones, Van Jones from the CNN? Yeah. Bro he went to Greenville, South Carolina and interviewed like 3 or 4 like black people that voted for like Trump. But regardless of anything, I think that this is my biggest issue with the whole thing, right? Mm-hmm.
Tell it.
Blacks will turn on each other and just drop on a
Yes,
hat.
because when you do some stupid shit like that, we will.
Whites, when they do some dumb shit, they'll say it's dumb, but they stick together. Why is it that we can't have differing views?
Because we've been raised differently. When black people do some stupid shit or they do something wrong, we're going to let you know about it. It's called accountability. Now, is it always in the right way? No.
Accountability.
But Saquon, look at the world we're living in, sir. And you're going to go over there and hang out with Trump?
I will say, unbiasedly. And black people love it. Hey.
He's just letting it down.
But people love the Eagles because of Jalen Hurts. They don't love him because of Saquon.
They do love Saquon. You know how many people have been buying his jersey up and stuff?
I've seen a lot of black women become Eagles fans.
Because of Jalen Hurts, because he's beautiful.
He is a handsome man.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Cannot lie.
Yeah, he's beautiful. But people still like them. First of all, AJ Brown and Deshaun
Watson?
No, not Deshaun Watson.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith come and say, I don't be one of them call him Deshaun for some reason. They were black women. People love that. Mm-hmm. They be shouting them out all the time. You know, I think it's just people really just, you know, some of the black women just really down Saquon because he's with that lady.
He's been with that lady since the get-go though. But I think it's also like colorism. Like, it's almost like if you're not with a white woman, you're damn near with a light skin. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference?
What's wrong with a light skin?
There's nothing wrong with a light skin, but there is colorism in that.
You know what though?
And
we
also,
were talking about that this morning because Chris Brown.
All his women are light skin.
Wait a minute.
Damn near white.
Light skin, exactly. That's what I said. And they all have the same texture hair. Like, ain't none of them got a little nap back there.
And I'm gonna tell you, let's go back to Kendrick. His dancers were all dark
skin. We talking about that too. All
I
dark
love
skin.
That.
Wait a minute. He's married or engaged to a real light skinned woman.
But that's a woman he's been with since high school. You love what you love.
But he was talking about Drake and the culture and doing this, but he be doing it for the culture too. I get it though. Y'all gotta do what you gotta do. I didn't say I love you both, whatever.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get into that.
Yeah,
because I don't really understand. But also she.
What you mean I don't understand? She's mixed.
Yeah, but
isn't she?
Yeah, but when you look at her on Instagram, I think she's black. She's with the culture.
But Drake not. Drake not black. Have you seen Dennis? Have you seen his daddy?
Did you see Drake get shot in Degrassi and how he ran and how he like, there was nothing like that.
It was early on in his acting career. And it was for TV. Like
I literally saw an interview of him getting mad at his mom for not fixing him a PB&J. Name a time where you can say, Mom, you didn't fix me a PB&J.
First of all, have you seen these kids lately? A lot of them are like that, black or white.
And he was doing that back when it was unheard of in a black family.
Well, his mom's white.
I ain't gonna say it. I will say, I think I'm done trying to like say, oh, somebody's too black or too white. Man, he's of the culture. He's black. If it was the slave days, I mean, he may be in the house, but he would still be a slave. So.
Okay, that's one way to put it.
The difference was he probably would have learned how to read and write from the woman, the wife, but he would have been a Frederick Douglass. Yeah,
and I mean, we gotta stop making everything so black and white, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I mean, my best friend's white.
And
it's not like when black people say my best friend's black. I mean, white people say my best friend is black.
Yeah, but that's another thing though. It's like we would be so quick to forgive a white person for doing something, but then if Saquon. He votes for who he wants to vote for. All of a sudden, he's an uncle, he's a Samuel, he's Uncle Tom, he's this, he's that. The man, I think we have to normalize the fact that everybody has different views politically, and we have different views politically, but we also have to understand that everybody's goal is not the same. But also,
what is his goal?
Man,
you don't know.
For most people that vote Republican, they vote Republican because they want to economically they want to keep their money. Historically, I'm not going to say it. I don't know a lot of politics. It might be some people, if we clip this and say, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." I don't. But there are a lot of like views of like socialists, spread the wealth, tax the rich, da 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 da. You know why the rich are able to get tax breaks? Because they donate so much money to different like organizations they get all these tax breaks. That's why they get tax breaks. But if like, say for example, with the money that you make on a year-to-year basis, if you were to donate to such and such like foundation throughout the year, you could get tax breaks.
Right.
That's why they get tax breaks. But to say like, oh, we need to tax them more, you know what they would do? They would just donate more money so they get tax breaks at the end of the year. It just doesn't make sense. So I think that there has to be a lot more education as far as just like if we tax the rich more, how do they're going to find ways of not paying that tax.
Right.
There's always going to be loopholes. But I think that like we have to understand that, and I always ask this question, if you were a billionaire right now, and the government,
please let me be one soon.
Hey, we're coming. Like, if the government tried to come to you right now and say, hey, y'all were paying 5, but it's not fair for the middle class, so now we want you to pay 20-25% taxes on everything that you earn. You're going to be pissed off. When we got to pay taxes, now we be mad. I just think that it's a flawed argument. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of the other stuff Trump has been doing is like the tariffs, the federal
the getting rid of the African American museum.
That's insane.
Like he wants.
He didn't get rid of the museum.
Well, he's taking down out of it. Okay, that's what I meant to say. So
the federal, the grant freezing, the firing of federal employees.
Right. It's like, come on, dude. All that is not necessary.
I do think that...
And it's just a trickling effect.
It's a trickling effect, but I also think that people say we could have did it slowly but surely, but I don't know. I don't know. What I will say is that, Saquon, listen to me. If you want to go golf with the president, go golf with the president. As long as you run for 2,000 yards and you get us a ring, that's all that matters.
That's what I say. Black people still gonna love whatever. It's fine. I mean,
I'm a Hurts guy. I got a Hurts jersey. Let me tell you something. Hurts is the pinnacle of what a black man should be in America.
Amen. And what about, I mean, he might have said anything. My quarterback's Patrick Mahomes, so moving on.
And he's married to a white woman. All his kids.
You know she said
all his kids are going to be, all right, let me stop.
Yeah, let's not even take it there.
We've already done put out our whole life story on here. You might as well.
No, we're
going to talk about eating ass and stuff.
Right. Don't bring it back up.
Sorry. But I will say that, like, Saquon, I'm one, unless you just come out and say some outrageous stuff like, you know, Azealia Banks has come out.
Right.
I'm getting to a point where I might have to stop listening to, not Kendrick, but Kanye.
Oh, we definitely stopped listening to
Kanye. Did you see, like, a couple weeks ago when he came out in the interview with academics with a black, like, Klansman?
He just made a song about being a Nazi. And then he came out that song with his cousins. We get a little off topic here. We were talking about sports, but now we're talking about Kanye. But y'all just bear with us here. We hadn't potted in.
Yeah, we hadn't potted in a while, so it's a lot to
talk about. And, you know, people are like, out of all the things Kanye has said, him talking about, you know, giving his cousin fellatio is the cutoff.
Speaking of fellatio, Shannon Sharp.
Oh my God.
Shannon Sharp. So
Shannon Sharp need to see his old ass down somewhere. Let me tell y'all about Shannon Sharp.
Congratulations on the $100 million contract, by the way.
Nah, man. Wait a minute. Congratulations. Like, why are you messing with these young women? And then why is all this information coming out now about this sexual assault and all these different things happening? Is it because of the money?
I think it's because of the money.
But it's also
anytime a black man get money.
Well, let's take it back though. I think he's getting himself in trouble trying to do too much because he's worried about people calling him gay. Listen, sir, if you want to be gay, that's your business. But I do not think him going on live was accidental.
No, I don't think
that was because everybody's
like, are we talking about from way back when?
Yeah, but I think it's all correlated. It all correlates. He did not do that on accident. That's my Michelle. Yeah, that's my Michelle. Like, sir, we get it. You trying to let everybody know you knocking them down.
Yeah.
We really don't care. Your pants are too tight. Yeah, I mean, my ankle showing just like he is. Your ankle showing too.
I ain't gonna lie.
But like,
you go to Atlanta, all them boys be wearing them little skinny, like purple jeans.
He's too big.
I think everybody be on
that tight of clothes on though.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
But the problem is, like, why are you messing with somebody that's younger than your youngest daughter?
I will say this, like, I think that
no, get off of OnlyFans.
No.
Find you somebody of age, and he's had people of age. He's Eddie Murphy's wife. She's pretty. He has some other women. Like, why are these things not working out? Don't go younger, sir. Find
I'm
somebody in your age bracket.
gonna tell you why there's hypocrisy with black men and women. Because Tracee Ellis Ross just came out.
I knew you were about to bring that up.
Y'all
need to listen to Tracee.
And it was just like, yeah, I like dating younger men.
She didn't say 19 years old. She got dated like 19 years old. Auntie Tracee is not doing that.
We don't know that to be true.
We do know that.
We don't know that to be true.
Well,
her life is private, which is okay. That's how you should keep your life.
That's how he should keep his life.
But I think that I think a lot of this stuff came out when he got his money. And I think that America has a way of trying to like keep a black man in his place when he starts to get to the money. I'm a firm believer in that. Now, in some of this stuff he's doing weird.
You see these women that are coming out saying this stuff?
I saw one of them.
These black women would be like, just break me off a little something, and we keep.
I think a lot of them asked him to break him off, and he probably said no.
Well, she did. Well, he was gonna get her money. She said no.
I just
and now she's trying to exploit him for all of this stuff. It's like, why were you messing with this young girl?
I don't know. Now, I'm not saying it's not right. It's wrong. It's wrong, right? But I do have an issue with when it happens in our community. Like I'm telling you, we tear each other down so much, and they're gonna make sure they do everything they can to shut it short.
I hate that for him.
But then you have literally a 70-year-old like football coach dating a 24.
Yeah, that's a huge problem too.
You got Justin Tucker really over here doing the Deshaun Watson.
Right. And they not even talking about that as much.
Yeah.
And he need to go to jail.
You got
something to happen.
You got Robert Kraft, who was like did the same thing
for years.
No, you don't hear anything about that.
UNC has said that they have some concerns with this girlfriend of Bill Belichick.
Have you seen he was doing an interview the other day and she cut the shit off?
Yeah, because he started asking about the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's younger than me. Us.
Right.
Like 24.
I know.
His son coaches in the league. His son is like 30 something.
Right.
I don't know. Shannon Sharp, look, if you like younger women, as long as they're legal, I don't care. I don't judge you. It's just I don't know if you saw the video where he was on the nightcap thing that he does with Ocho Cinco, and he had Joe Johnson on there, and randomly he just looks over, he's like, shut up!
Yeah. Yeah.
You think he was talking to the woman?
Not that woman, but he did tell her that he had choked her out.
He did. I heard that video too. I literally got into a whole discussion.
And I did, he was, when you hear it, you can tell, he's joking about it, because he's
I don't think he really was going to choke her out.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to really do it, but he was saying it in a way I'll do it in public. And it'll be the headline will be, big black man chokes little white lady.
I think that is weird, though. I think he has...
But he has some type of fetish around that, because why is she also texting you, put a big black baby in me, and you letting that be okay?
I think he has that,
So, Shane Coon?
He has that... I always thought he was a coon, low-key. I think that a lot of the stuff he does is stereotypical, with the Black and Miles, with the do-rags and stuff like that. But I do think that there might be some type of underlying
there's something there.
Fetish there.
You brought up Tracee Ellis Ross. Tracee Ellis Ross is not saying she's having sex with all these men. She has these different people, young or old or of age, that she goes and watches movies with or does arts and different things with, right? That she goes to dinner with, that she just text with, have good conversation with, and then the other ones, that maybe blow her back out.
We gotta remember that Tracee Ellis Ross is Diana Ross's daughter. She's been around Hollywood, media trained forever. Yeah. So she knows exactly what to say. We don't know what Tracee Ellis Ross do with her back and her
I don't know, she getting her back on. You see her butt? You see her body? They going. They coming for her. She cold. But all I'm saying is, we don't hear about it.
We don't hear about it.
So Shannon Sharp, you get into the bag, my guy, you finally popping, you doing
but
all this
stuff.
Let us not hear about it. You putting it out there.
He put it out after she came out with the claim.
But also on Nightcap, the things that him and Ocho talk about on
they
Nightcap.
go crazy.
That makes it okay for people to be like, oh yeah, we can use it because it's not too far-fetched. Y'all know how he get down. And he says stuff about OnlyFans on it. He says about, different women on there who are younger. So it makes sense. They got employed.
I can't defend the man because if I defend him, it's gonna be a whole bunch of Sierra's friends that's gonna call me misogynistic. But what I will say is No, I'm not gonna back it up because like it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is that listen to me, and I'm gonna agree with you here. If you gonna do dirt with younger women, you want to deal with younger women, you want to have your fetishes, keep that stuff under wraps.
Right.
There's a lot of these guys that got these own little fetishes that do their own thing. Woo, you never hear about it.
Right.
Because they either got the money to pay people off. Shit, you hear about the people the girls that fly over to Dubai get pooped on.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you hear about the women that go to get pooped on, but you don't ever hear about the men who are like that's doing the pooping.
Men get flued out too. How would they say that?
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Right. I get it.
I don't think there's nothing like y'all made the big bucks. Y'all making a whole lot of money. Fly some of us out. But y'all ain't gonna do that.
Some women do.
Who?
I don't know.
Maybe Tracy Ellis Ross.
She probably do.
For real?
Can I get a shot? Can I hit the day?
Nah. Go ahead and get you one of them cougars.
Right.
Nah, I know somebody that had like a cougar for a while, and she was like buying him shoes, flying him out to New York, woo.
Little princess boy.
Not for real. But then I'm gonna tell you what it is though. I think a lot of women in this like generation, they need control. So like the moment where he's not okay with it, when she loses that control, it's not good. So if you're gonna get phone
I
up,
don't know that women need control.
I think a lot of women.
I think it depends on the. I think it depends on the person because I think also men need control at times. I think it's more so they want to be in control of certain things, and then men want to be in control of certain things. So it's gonna be give or take when you come together.
Ooh, okay, coming together. But let's keep it in this vein real quick because like when you think about it, we're not even going to. Dang, we can just talk about sports next week.
Right.
But like when you think of control, right? Huh?
I'll do a quick little rundown.
Yeah. Because you still got to talk about religion. But when you think about control, I think that like in this generation, women are making a lot more than ever, and they have a lot more responsibility at work than ever.
Right. They have a lot to lose.
They have a lot to lose, and they're like in the corporate structure, like in sports, in all of the aspects, they just have a lot more control. So it's hard to come home and like relinquish that control to a man.
I think though, because they have so much control and stuff at work, that sometimes they want to come home and not have to worry about anything, not have to make any kind of decisions, not have to have control and want things to just be taken care of. And what frustrates them is when those things don't happen.
But that's unrealistic though.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. Men can take control of things in the household as well.
They can, but it's like you want a man that has always like had things taken care of him by his mom to like take control of things that he's never had controls over, and then you gotta figure it out as partnership. But if you're not having those conversations, then that's because I think a lot of time when you're dating, a lot of people are not having conversations, but they come in with expectations. So when you have those expectations and they're not being met, and you're not telling that person, hey, you're not meeting these expectations. But also you gotta also realize too that there are people that the expectations that you have, they might have opposing expectations. Yeah. So at that point you gotta think about like, all right, like how do we figure this out? Right. Yeah. Communication. Goes back to that. Communication is hard. That's the key. Even in friendships, it's hard. Yeah, that's the key though. Yeah. All right, back to sports though, real quick. So Shannon Sharp, you took this all the way to another side. Oh, yeah. Elijah Arenas, he's in Elijah Arenas is back home, so that is good. Sticking with the NBA here, my boy LeBron got sent to Cancun. So sad. Lakers lost in 5. Batman, Ant-Man, Wolves in 5. Ant-Man did his thing, okay? That kid is becoming the legend slayer, so we'll see what he does in the second round here. Numbers like get better. He didn't play well in Game 5, and he still won. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, Game 4 he went for like 40. Yeah. But I mean, he hoops though, and it's his personality, his demeanor, like he does not care. He's going action. He's a competitor, and I love that about him. You have to love that about him. And
He doesn't care whose toes he steps on. He don't care about any legends, you being this or that. Like, he even said at the end, like, we beat the greatest of all time, you know, and giving his props. And then it was nice to see LeBron tell him, like, hey, take that next step, like, go get it done. You know, man.
And he has a squad too.
Yeah, so we'll see. They got a pretty good thing going with the Wolves, so we'll see who they get tonight between the Rockets and the Warriors going to Game 7.
Yeah.
I hope the Rockets win, but we shall see.
I want the Rockets to win too.
I'm a hater when it comes to the Warriors.
So I say the Warriors are a very dangerous team.
They are, and they've been in the Game 7s before, and they have a lot of experience over there with Steph, Jimmy, Draymond. It's at Houston.
Where are they playing?
At Houston.
They have a chance.
So,
Houston has a chance.
But I almost a lot of experience on that side. But if they can wear the Warriors down, they've been being super physical, using their athleticism to disrupt them. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then on the East side, Boston and the Knicks. That's going to be a fun series. It was fun last year. I want to say they matched up the last 2 seasons.
The boys get swept.
Who getting swept? The Knicks aren't getting swept.
It's going to be a gentleman's sweep.
No, the Knicks aren't getting swept. I'm pulling for the Celtics.
4-1.
But the Knicks aren't getting swept.
I think it's going to be a gentleman's sweep.
I don't know about that.
How many games did they play? They don't go Game 7.
I'm thinking 6. I think it could be 4-2. I think the Knicks can at least get 2. I actually hope it goes 7 though, just because I think it'll be good ball.
7 would be good. Now, if you go 7, I think that Knicks may get them.
Nah, I think Celtics are gonna win, and hopefully Drew Holiday is healthy for this series too, so he can be on Jalen Brunson's I'd love to see that. And then we got the Cavs playing. Who was the Cavs playing again? I'm blanking. The Pacers.
The Pacers.
Playing the Pacers, so that should be interesting.
It's a boring game. That's a boring series. It ain't like the Cleveland. It ain't like they don't have it. Like,
we'll see what happens. Cleveland's good, man. They play good brand of ball too.
They're good. They just don't. There's not like a superstar that's like enticing to watch. Donovan Mitchell's good, but he's not.
He's a young D Wade. He gives me a D Wade. Not as dominant consistently, but this is what he has to do it in the semifinals. He has not been able to do that throughout the course of his career. But I'm hoping my girl Coco is his good luck charm. She seems to be doing well for him. So that's that. The Clippers lost to the Nuggets last night, which I was shocked that they got blown out. I actually thought the Clippers might be able to take it, but the Nuggets are the Nuggets. And Russell Westbrook has been hooping too.
Not for real.
That's he's competitive too. That's a dangerous team.
Yeah.
You got the Joker, you got Jamal Murray. Aaron Gordon's been playing really, really well in that series. Michael Porter Jr. got his butt in the gear a little bit. He's able to supply some things. So look forward to seeing how these matchups kind of shake out, because now the Nuggets have to play the Thunder, I believe. Now that's the big series. And the Thunder have been at home chilling for a minute. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets come in game 1 and really give it to them, because they're fresh, and then the Thunder kind of redeem themselves after that. But I'm cheering for my boy SGA and them being able to do their thing. So
let me go check the NFL draft real quick.
Okay.
We're not going to go too crazy. I do want to talk about the Carolina Panthers. I think they had a really good draft. I'm an Eagles fan, but we're in the Queen City, so I really want to I think them being able to get a wide receiver for Bryce Young, they're able to get like a running back. I think, what's his name? Trevor Etienne? The Etienne kid. I think that's a really good pickup. I think they're able to get some like interior guys, so just
shout out to the Panthers.
Yeah.
Keep pounding.
We're going to a couple games this year. But I think being able to get T-Mac from Arizona, that's going to be a nice little like addition for them. Yeah. And they also got Jimmy Horn from the
I like that.
From Colorado.
Yeah.
I think that guy's a speedster. They got him in the 6th round. I think that's a really good pickup.
Yeah.
But man, like before we leave the NFL and we talk about Jimmy Horn, Colorado, it's crazy that all of his wide receivers were picked.
They had the most wide receivers in the draft. Colorado did.
And for the quarterback to fall to 5th round.
5th round.
So what do you think contributed to his fall in the draft?
Deion Sanders. His dad.
Let's talk about it.
We're going to go through this real quick. It's simple. I think people just blackballed him because of all the things that they said leading up to the draft. With him saying like he's going to go wherever we want him to go, and thinking that they're entitled to have all this pool and stuff like that. And
tried to do that LeBron James type thing.
Yeah, but LeBron is a little different because he's still playing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And he's loved, he's hated, but he's also loved. You know what I mean? And so I think with Deion Sanders, like when he played, like it's the same thing. He had a lot of hate and he had a lot of people that love him, but right now he just exudes so much like confidence and cockiness that it just kind of just like, you know, alters on the scale a lot of times of where that is. And Shador exudes that too. And I don't think there's anything wrong with a black man being confident. And collective and just, you know, sure of who he is, because you want that in a quarterback anyway, right? But I think for them coming in as a rookie, they want to send him a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
They want him to be a good old boy, which is not going to be him. So, but I'm glad the Browns picked him up and maybe, you know, he can make that roster and make some shape.
I agree. I think the only thing I'll add to that, congratulations, Cam Ward on #1 pick.
Yeah.
But Hall of Fame, because I know he went to the Titans. Another Hall of Fame quarterback, Warren Moon, he played for the Oilers, which are the Titans now. He said that as a quarterback, you can't have the cocky cornerback, like the cornerback, DB.
Yeah.
You can't have that kind of mentality playing quarterback.
Right.
So the quarterback position is a very humble position. Mm-hmm. So you have to remember that, like when you win because of the team. When you lose because of the quarterback. Right. And you got to be able to go in there and take that on the chin. Now, I think that Shador, his nickname is grown because he's a very mature guy. But when you're raised by someone so in your face, so like cocky, arrogant, like say what I need to say and I don't care who thinks of it, I think you kind of take on that persona of like what your dad is, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he's been like that since he was a kid. Like,
as a kid,
even watching the show back in the day that Deion Sanders had.
What was that,
WeTV?
Yeah,
or Network?
No, it was
We. Yeah, like he's been that way. Like he's always been that kid in that household. And so, I mean, everybody doesn't know that though or see that. You know, they see who he is now. And it's just unfortunate, but I feel like it's going to motivate him and you know, let him have a different approach as he goes into this training camp and stuff. So we'll see what happens. We wish him all the best. Definitely want him to hoop, you know, in football terms.
I might get jersey. Hey, just remember that Tom Brady went to the 6th round.
Right, that's what I kept saying.
I'm gonna say so.
And that's his mentor, and so I think he'll make that roster and, you know, get some shine.
Oh, sure.
I hope.
So, you know, it's been a couple weeks since we went viral with your clip. And since then, a lot has happened.
Yeah, so Malaysia has decided to go to LSU.
Yep.
And I just sent you this video the other day of Kim Mulkey on a podcast talking about how Malaysia and her had one phone call. Malaysia had not at that point visited LSU yet.
Has not?
No. I mean, she's been there, obviously, from when they played, but not like visited with the staff and the team and none of that. But that's where she decided to go. She felt like, you know, that was the best fit for her. But I also feel like LSU needed a win in the portal because they weren't getting any of the bigs they wanted. They weren't getting any of the other guards or people that had visited. And so for them, that was a big win to pick her up. Yeah. And for her, I don't think that she probably had as many choices as maybe she thought she was going to have. Just with the heat that comes with, you know, having that type of talent. You know what I mean? Like some coaches feel like they probably can't take that. You know what I mean? It's a lot. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how that comes together between Malaysia, Michaela Williams, and Flage, as people are naming them the big three.
That's a ball-dominant team right there. 3 ball-dominant players.
Yeah, some ball-dominant guards. I think they got to be very strategic in their schemes as far as, you know, how they're going to attack people and what they're going to do, and, you know, getting, you know, is Malaysia playing point or how, you know, how that.
Do you play a 3-guard like lineup?
Well, people do that anyway.
Yeah,
but I mean, just not having a true point guard, because Malaysia hasn't been a true point guard. Now, can she? Sure, because that's what she probably have to be in the league.
In the league, yeah.
You know, she has her size and stuff like that. And she is a playmaker, but we just haven't seen her do that. But I guess that's also why she made this transition to go elsewhere, so we can see that, you know? So now it's her time to shine, and right now she's playing in the FIBA tournament down in Arizona, the 3-on-3 competition, and she's been playing really well. Actually, you know,
gives her a lot more space.
Yeah, I mean, she's been playing offense, been playing defense. I'm like, hold on now. People done woke up a little bit. She had to do her thing.
Some people, huh?
No, people, not just me. Other people talk about it too.
Okay. You know.
But listen, I want to make it clear. I want her to do what? It's a kid from South Carolina, like, you know, from the lower state. Same as me.
I'm glad you're giving her flowers now. Because look, I'm just kidding.
I meant what I said. You gotta get better in those areas.
Yo, weird.
You gotta get better in those areas.
Like that.
But let's see you get better at them at LSU. Let's see how that development will look like. You want to be that girl? Let's see you be that girl. How far are you gonna take it?
Can't lie, that clip is still going crazy.
Yeah. I want to see what she's gonna do. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch. But I'm also excited for my Saquon getting incarcerated and killing it in the portal.
Now you have been killing it.
Yeah.
Who else?
You kind of got a big pickup in the portal too.
Who they get?
Post player, what's her name? Sarah Williams, I believe.
Okay.
Big girl. Playing alongside Sarah Strong and Azzy Fudd. Like, looking forward to seeing how that comes together. But it's been some nice shifting going on in women's basketball, so looking forward to that. And the WNBA is back. They just played some other preseason games over this weekend. Watched the Aces on Friday, play against the Dallas Wings, who have Paige Beckers. Let me tell you something about the Masons. The Masons look good.
They look good.
They look good. Asia Wilson, you look good, girl. Becky Young, you look real good, girl. You got that hooping, and Jewel Lloyd's out there smiling, getting buckets, looking like her old self. And then the kid, Aaliyah Nye from Alabama that we picked up in the draft, a shooter, girl hit like 4 or 5 threes in that game.
Really?
We said, keep her on the roster, please.
Lord.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how they come together, and I think Dallas. You gotta give them some time. They got a lot of new pieces, but I can see them getting better as the season goes on, and Paige getting comfortable, stuff like that. I think
that's good.
She played well, but they got some good guards coming off the bench too. James from NC State, and then the kid, I forget how you say her last name, but it starts with a Q, but she's from West Virginia. Like, them 2 kids were hooping, so I'm interested to see if they would even keep both of them.
I know I seen something about Destin and Paige having like a nice little friendship going on.
Oh, yeah.
Little flirt.
Yeah.
Looks a little
flirty. Dejanay's girlfriend's on the team already.
I seen that. She looks a little vicious. Better be careful, Paige.
Paige already got a girl. They say Paige is dating as Hood. That's what they say. I don't know.
Here's that. Fun, like whoop that ass.
she ain't.
Nah, she
ain't. And then the Fever played yesterday, but Caitlin Clark didn't play. They're also playing today.
She's resting up for the season. She got an MVP campaign to like.
Yeah, she is favored to win the MVP, which I'm not a fan of that.
You know how I feel about
my pick is Defecia Collier winning the MVP. Don't let me down, Fee. I wouldn't be mad though if Asia wants to go ahead and just get another one too, though.
You're a fan. You're a big Aces fan, so I understand that. But you know, us newcomers to the W, you know, we rock to that French Lick, Indiana. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
Like, I might just go ahead and buy a trip. Go ahead and take a trip to Indiana. You know, play. I might try to get a job up there. You know.
Anyway,
Chicago
Sky also played. Chicago Sky. Yeah, and they look better. Now, how will it translate to wins and losses? I don't know. But they look a lot better on the offensive end. Angel Reese looks a little bit more poised than last year, which is great to see.
Working with Lisa Leslie over the summer.
Exactly. That helped them be unrivaled. They're playing on that team. And then Haley Van Lith came in and gave them some good minutes. But they got some other really good pieces that they added. You know, Kia Nurse is on that team. Mariah Jefferson. And some other people I'm blanking at the moment, but yeah, they got some good pieces. I like what they did, you know, bringing them in. Like I said, they look better offensively. So their new head coach, Tyler Marsh, is actually a former assistant with the Aces, and so he got that ball moving. And so we'll see how it translates. Camila Cardoso looked all right too, so we'll see what happens. The season starts this week. The season starts not this week, on the 16th, I believe.
What's the opener like? What's the big opener?
Aces versus the Liberty, and then the Fever versus the Wings or somebody.
Bill might go for 50. Oh my God. Can't wait.
Also, Asia Wilson shoes dropped this week on May 6th. Make sure y'all go cop that. But that before I get a pair.
I think I want to get a black pair if they come out with a black pair.
I'm sure they are. I want the blue ones though. I think the pink ones are really nice. The blue ones are cold.
Crazy.
Cold.
I was thinking about red, but I was like, nah, I don't wear my red.
Yeah, I don't think she has a red pair coming out.
She don't?
Yeah.
She got like
She probably will at some point because Gamecocks, but that's a garnet, not really like red.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think we talked about it enough.
We've talked y'all's heads off.
We did.
But listen, we appreciate y'all listening and tuning in with us. Continue to plug in with us on all social media. So TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that. Follow our individual pages. on TikTok, Instagram, all that. But stay plugged in with us. We appreciate y'all. Until next time. Plug!